Alright guys, welcome to this page of the notes. Again, what we're doing is we're using that inscribed quadrilateral theorem to solve some of these diagrams, these pictures, these problems that I've given you. Once again, remember the way it works is opposite angles of an inscribed quadrilateral have to sum to 180 degrees. So let's jump right into this. Here's the opposite angles I know. I know something about the measure of angle L, and I know something about the measure of angle J. I also know they have to sum to 180 degrees. Here's the geometry. The measure of angle J plus the measure of angle L has to sum to 180. That's the geometry that you need to know, the inscribed quadrilateral theorem. From there, it's all algebra. Here we go. J, 39 plus 7x. Is going to be added to L, which is 6x minus 15. And that's all equal to 180. Combine like terms, solve for x. Here we go. 7x plus 6x is going to be 13x. 39, careful, minus 15. Don't accidentally add those together, excuse me. It's minus 15. You're going to wind up with 24. That's equal to 180. And then guys, from here it's really, really simple. Subtract 24, then we'll divide by 13. So 13x is going to be equal to 180 minus 24, which is 156. And then divide by 13. And we wind up getting x is equal to 12. Now that I know that x is equal to 12, guys, you're just going to plug into the equivalent statements, right? What I've told you J and L are equal to. You guys can do that. Don't fat finger something on your calculator. You should get the measure of angle J is 123 degrees. You should get the measure of angle L is equal to 57 degrees, right? Again, we're just plugging in. Plug a 12 in for x. Plug a 12 in for x. Same thing for k. Plug a 12 in for x. 20 times 12, divide by 3, the measure of angle k. Don't fat finger something on your calculator. You should get 80 degrees, right? 20 times 12, divide by 3. How do I find the measure of angle M? Because I didn't tell you anything about M. Well, actually, the theorem, right? We know the measure of angle K plus the measure of angle M has to be equal to 180 degrees. And I already know the measure of angle K, it's 80. So the measure of angle M is 180 minus 80. That's 100 degrees. And just like that, right, you've solved for all of the angle measures of the inscribed quadrilateral. I know, really pretty simple, straightforward problems. I like them too. Here we go. Let's do another one. I got this stuff here for you. Again, what are the two angles I know something about? Sure enough, I know something about W, and I know something about U. So the inscribed quadrilateral theorem, here's the geometry, the measure of angle U plus the measure of angle W, that's 180. The rest of it, it's all algebra from here. U is going to be 12z minus 27 plus 37 plus 5z. Combine like terms, and then we will solve for z. We go ahead and combine our like terms. We wind up with 17z plus 10. Right, careful, it's a positive 37, right? And a minus 27, that's going to leave you with a positive 10. That's all equal to 180. Subtract 10, that's easy, 170. So you have 17z is equal to 170. Divide the 17 to the other side, and we wind up getting z is equal to 10. All right, guys, now that you know z is 10, plug and chug. Don't fat finger something on your calculator. You plug a 10 in for z. plug a 10 in for z. Even to find the measure of angle t, plug a 10 in for z. You do that and you should get the measure of angle u. The measure of angle u is 93 degrees. The measure of angle w is 87 degrees. Again, remember, all I'm doing, plug and chug, don't fat finger something on your calculator, right? You already found z, you're just plugging that into the expressions I've given you for each of these angles. The measure of angle t. What's the measure of angle t? Well, I get 115 degrees. And now, guys, again, this is the third time we've seen it. Sure, I didn't tell you anything about angle v, but you've got the inscribed quadrilateral theorem. You know that t and v have to sum to 180 degrees, and the measure of angle t is 115. So what's 180 minus 115? Well, the measure of angle v has to be, ooh, look at that, I didn't do it. 180 minus 115, we wind up 65 degrees. I get 65 degrees, and now you know the measure of each of those angles. Our inscribed quadrilateral theorem helped us do it. All right, that takes care of the problems here on this page of notes. Head on over to the next page of notes. We'll take a look at one more theorem and actually how you go about drawing an inscribed square. I'll meet you on that page of notes.
So, Daddy,